this expanding and contracting movement you've just been describing really resonates. Feels like that's what's going on here with me. Yeah. It's like a change in perception, because what happens is that consciousness, or who you truly are, is hidden in the background, but it's actually everywhere, but it's seemingly hidden in the background. And it's like the whole screen is covered up by the human and the person. So you've got this like consciousness, like the everything in the background, and then the whole screen is focused on the person, like the person. And what happens in awakening is that swaps round, and the person goes into the background, or the person becomes more ghost-like, and then everything is known. Like, so you're like, what's experiencing is nothing. What's speaking is nothing. It's no longer a person speaking, but it functions through the person. So then the interesting thing is, like, what makes up a person? And what makes up a person, like, so what we would say in non-duality is the seeking energy. And what I would say that is like an attachment to the wants and the desires. So that's what makes up a person. So in psychology, like, if you have a weak sense of self, like, what they would work on is your narrative about yourself, but particularly your wants and your desires. So psychology, not all psychologists, but I suppose I should say what type of psychology would do that, and I don't know. But one thing they do in certain types of psychology is focus on the wants and the desires of that person in order to create a stronger sense of self. Isn't that interesting? And then non-duality, Buddhists, Hindus would say then that and even Christians, I think, Muslims would say then that your detachment from God is about your desires. So detachment from God is about desires, and it's not really the desires. We need desires in order to move, to breathe, to function. It's this attachment to it and a belief that God is found in those pleasures. And this is our suffering as humans, this attachment to the person, the desires of the person, and the belief that God is found in your desires. So God is found in your pleasure. God is found in your happiness. Whereas actually God, or what you're truly looking for, is found in this moment, is what's experiencing. And when that shift around happens, then that is known, like the desires are there, that's part of being human. Like to have the desire to eat, to have the desire to drink, to have the desire to go to the toilet, to have the desire to have sex, to have the desire to have fun, to have the desire to work. That's part of being human. But there's no longer this like total enmeshment in them where they're believed to be you. Like, if you break up you'll realize that it's all based around desires. Your desire to become an accountant, your desire to have a home. Like, it's all these ideas and labels that are based around desire. I know that sounds weird, but when you really examine it, you begin to see these things. And it's this attachment to the desire. So for example, say if someone wants to be a business person, they'll begin to wear that. So say if someone wants to be an artist or a musician, they'll begin to wear that. They'll begin to want to become that. You see, it's a desire. They want to be or to be seen as an intelligent person, they'll wear that. And they don't want to be seen as bad, they wear that. They want to be seen as bad, they wear that. It's like always about our desires of what we want to be. And then we're creating this idea. And then there is this attachment to that's who I am. I am a business person. I am an artist. So we have these desires to want to be that, and then we wear it, and then we say, that's who I am. And that's not who you are. You're not a mother, a father, a child. Who you are is presence. And in that appears the person, which has these labels. And when that's known, it's like a detachment from those desires. Those desires are simply desires. They're pleasurable. I couldn't care less if people see me as a spiritual teacher or not, or an artist or not. Like, I mean, there's some desires of what, like, I want to I don't want to be seen as a bump, I don't want to walk around like a like looking like all tatty and like terrible, but it's at the same time, who cares? What else is there? Desire. There's a desire to like match my clothes, to wear jewelry. There's a desire to write. There's a desire to speak about this subject. There's a desire to be kind to my partner, but it's also like that's nice, but it's not freedom. Like when I was younger, I remember these things were so important, and if someone didn't see me as nice, it was so uncomfortable, it was hellish. If somebody didn't see me as Buddhist, it was hellish. I was Buddhist for many years when I was younger. Someone didn't see me as like intelligent, or they saw me as stupid, or maybe not that so much. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean. Okay, well, that's the end of the questions. Thank you for being my experiment and seeing if I can go back to work. We don't know. I've got sessions tomorrow. Maybe I wake up and I have to cancel them all, but hopefully not. I'm going to try to do my sessions tomorrow. But maybe I wake up and the world is spinning again. It doesn't actually spin when I get concussion. What it actually feels like is that I do have like that type of vertigo where the world is spinning a bit, but it's more this sense of being pulled in two different directions. That's what it felt like, concussion. Another way I described it was like a bell being gonged, and it's like zzz. I can't, yeah. It's weird. Okay, so that's that. And I wish you a beautiful evening. And I shall see you next week, hopefully. If the concussion subsides. Send you lots of love. And I wish you not just one thing or two things, but I wish you with all my heart everything. I wish you everything. Nice.